Hello everybody and welcome to the Daily Splatt, brought to you on the move at Clarkson train station. Just thought I'd do a quick one. I've got a full day of rehearsals for 12th night today, so I'm not going to have much time to do this, so I'm recording it about 7, 8 in the morning, and I will be putting it up at about 11 at night when I get home. Just main thing talking about last night's football. Now, I'm obviously in a very, very good mood, with Manchester United winning 2-0 against Queen's Park Rangers, and title rivals Manchester City losing 1-0 to Arsenal. Results that mean that Manchester United are 8 points clear, with 6 games to go. The league title race isn't over, but it isn't far off being over either. Firstly, about United's game. Yes, the first goal from the penalty, whilst a well-taken penalty, was definitely a very contentious decision. And by contentious, I mean, of course, wrong. Ashley Young dived, quite frankly. He got minimal contact from, I believe it was Sean Derry, and he just went down. That was just that simple. Ali Mason, who I didn't think had a very good game at all. This is the team that profited from his main mistake. He was very poor, I felt, in a lot of his decisions. I don't think he handled a lot of things all that well. And I thought it was an outrageous decision, to be honest. The more I look at it, the more it becomes a bad decision, but oh well. But in the second half, and United had a very poor first half. However, in the second half, they had a much better game and warranted the 3 points. And it was a shame they could only get a second goal through Paul Scholes' excellent strike. Ladies, the evil train ladies talking. There was that. Good goal from Scholes. Carrick could have scored when he hit the post. Danny Welbeck had a goal ruled out for offside that I thought was onside, to be honest. So, poor officiating, but United showing enough fortitude to beat QPR, who, even when they had all 11 players on the pitch, did not look like they were going to get anything out of the game. Events in the following game were very interesting as well. Arsenal beating City by a goal to 0. Arsenal were brilliant. They have played very well in the last couple of months, and they were just absolutely fantastic again against City. They did to City what Queen's Park Rangers did to them the previous week. The week beforehand, Arsenal were beaten 2-1 by Queen's Park Rangers, and just generally looked quite poor in that game.
Next station.
Sorry, that's wrong. They didn't look poor, but they were made to look poorer than they were. They put in a good effort, but QPR just put in the greater effort and were rewarded for it. And I felt the same thing happened here. City, try as they might, just couldn't match Arsenal for intensity or passing skill or anything of that nature. And in the end, it told with Mikel Arteta scoring 4 minutes from time. I was on the phone to an Arsenal fan, and we were both watching the game. My friend Ryan. We were both watching it, and we're on the phone to each other for pretty much most of the second half. And when Arteta's goal went in, there was a very loud chant of yes, which might have woke people up in my house. And of course Mario Balotelli getting sent off, and always looking like he was going to get sent off after he got his first yellow. Which makes me think, why didn't Mancini just take him off and bring on one of the other players? He's got arguably the best squad in the league. There are options. You could have Edin Dzeko. I know he brought on Tevez for Aguero. There are options to move them out there. I can't. You could even put on Adam Johnson. Because Balotelli was playing on the left side, but now you'd rather keep him on and just hoping he does something absolutely spectacular like he sometimes does. But instead, he did something absolutely ridiculous, like he also sometimes does. I do hope that he don't get rid of Balotelli in the summer, because I absolutely love him whilst being an awesome player, a disruptive influence as well. Yes, but we'll have to wait and see what happens to Super Mario, and indeed Mr. Roberto Mancini, who knows that the jig is almost up, and may well not be in a job in a few weeks' time. My own thoughts, if I was looking for Manchester City to benefit, which I'm not generally, as a United fan, but honestly, for City's benefit, I do believe that keeping Roberto Mancini would be better than bringing somebody else in, particularly if they can't get Jose Mourinho or Pep Guardiola. If you can't get either of those two, then I don't think any other manager is going to be an upgrade, to be honest. I mean, there's a couple of national coaches you could look at. Laurent Blanc might not be too bad. And the German fellow, Joachim Löw, he's certainly very good as well. Or even the Dutch coach, I forget his name now, but he might be all right. But personally, I think Mancini would be one of the better options, because he's a very, very good manager. But he's learning, and unfortunately for him, he's up against a very, very seasoned Sir Alex Ferguson, which very few managers get the better of, particularly in their first couple of years. So I would hope City would keep patience, because I do think he is a very promising manager. But there you go, yes. 6 games left, 8 points between the two sides. Lots of people saying it's already over. Not quite yet. City do now have 3 very winnable games. And then there's the Manchester derby. United's 3 games in that period. They take on Wigan away, which they should win, despite Wigan looking to stay up, and could do. And they've also got to play Villa and Everton, both at Old Trafford. Games which they should win, but I don't think will be comfortable at all, particularly Everton, who are in good form. It's all about United keeping concentration and just getting those points won. Get 3 wins from 3 before going to the Etihad, and then I'd say they're going to win it. But we'll have to wait and see. And of course, City now have to win every game, which, given the fractious nature of the squad, might not happen, but we'll see. Anyway, that's all for today, and I shall speak to you all soon. Until then, bye-bye.